The first set of common flaws we find in riders is generally actually to do with the setup of the bike. And two that permeate right through your riding and might seem like small changes will actually make a big difference. Lever position. You'll read a lot in lots of different magazines and articles about where they should be in terms of along the bars, whether you've got one finger or two finger coverage, and the reach of the lever from your hand, etc., which obviously plays a part, but a bigger factor is the angle at which we set the levers at. Setting your levers down, pointing too far down, leads you to have to reach around to reach them and encourage what we call over-rotation. By pushing your levers up a little bit above the 45, it enables me to reach those levers with a dropped wrist. That dropped wrist is a fundamental position that we need to engage to make sure that we drive energy through the bike correctly and we keep the bike as the rotating mass rather than ourselves as the accelerating mass. Lifting those levers up, give it a go, pop them up a little bit just so we can sit the wrist into the bars and we're pushing into the bars rather than have to grab on tight. Nice easy change, nice and quick to make. No one performs well under huge amounts of pressure, except for the top dogs on their bikes, and when it comes to tyres, too much pressure is also a problem. You might read on the side 35 to 70 psi, ignore that. Rule of thumb, should feel more like an apple than an orange, and I want that tyre to give and bend. If it's too highly pressured, it's not going to make it roll any quicker off-road, it's actually going to stall the bike up as it hits things, bounce the wheel off the trail and contribute to a loss of traction. Your inputs are going to be sharper and it's going to flick the bike around more and it's going to be a bit more skittish. Obviously we don't want to run them too flat because we don't want to get pinch flats or wallowing or rolling the tyre off the rim, but as it engages with things I want it to morph slightly. I want it to bend as it goes over roots and rocks and get some traction there and soften up my ride a bit. On a tubeless tyre we can be looking at anything around the 20-22 mark. We can go even lower if we like. It's still gonna perform well. With a tubed tyre we probably want to go not so low because we don't want those pinch flats, but we don't want to be up at the 30-35 mark. Two little tips for your setup that are going to make a big change.